Morning, everyone. Um, Everybody has a superpower. Everybody has gifts, special gifts that only they can share with the world, teach. And how do you find your superpower? That was a question that came up in a group that I was in this morning. A woman was questioning that because the leader of the group, he put that out. He said, "Hey, hey guys, welcome to the group, whatever. And what's your superpower? Why are you here?" It was a coaching business kind of group, and she had posted that, I'm not even sure how I find my superpower. So I thought about that, how I found my superpower, or let's translate it into that, gift to the world, passion, what I want to share, what I want to do, how I want to change the world, how I want to make the world better. I consider that your superpower. And initially I was thinking, when I first read the post, I was like, okay, well, what did I do to kind of get where I am now? And I said, well, okay, so I read some books and I was studying, and I thought, no, that's not where I found my superpower. I found my superpower in my pain, in the struggles that I had throughout my life and how I overcame them. And it's the same with anybody. That's how you find your superpower. That's where you find your greatest gift and your joy and what you want to share in life, I think. Not external. It's not external to you. You don't find it out there. You can read books and you can study and you can go to classes and things like that. And it's probably helpful for you to maybe hone in your skills. But to actually find your superpower, you have to look within. Actually, you find everything by looking within. And once you find that, your greatest pain and what you've overcome in life, then since you overcame it, or you're overcoming it, or you're working to it, you have to understand that life is a journey, and we never overcome everything. It's not even, that shouldn't be the objective, to overcome everything. Because as soon as you get through one challenge, then another one's going to come your way, and it's going to be even more advanced and more difficult because you overcame that first challenge. So it's a continual progression, if you allow it to be. If you're open-minded and you just want to learn and understand, it's a continual progression of growth. So you never overcome your challenges. You just get better at it. And chances are, well, statistically, there's how many billions of people in this world, you are farther along in the path. Well, we all have our unique gifts, but we're all human. So we all have the same needs, wants, desires, feelings. That's what binds us. So chances are, what you have gone through, your pain, your struggles, and how you've overcome it, someone else is struggling with that same exact thing. Going along that same path that you are, a little farther behind you. And in order for you to be an expert or someone or a leader, all you have to be is just a little bit farther along the path than them, and have that some wisdom to share to help them get through what they're getting through. So yeah, that's how you find your superpower. And it's for some, I think, and if you look at great authors and people who are most very successful business owners and great leaders, they've all been through the mill, and they've come through it, and that's how they've gotten to where they are. It's by looking within. For me, it's been that I didn't become aware of, well, for basically my whole life, I thought I was a loser. I felt that I couldn't do anything, anything right, anything I did accomplish. I never acknowledged it. I just felt, oh, it's just kind of whatever, and I just did it, and that kind of thing. I get a bachelor's, I get a master's in chemistry, physics, biology. And I'm relatively intelligent, even now, I'm an intelligent person. But I never was able to accept that of myself. Never was able to realize that, because my mind and my identity told me that I was a loser and I was a horrible person and I wasn't worth anything. So therefore, that's what I believed. So it took many, many, many years of struggle with that and coming out of it. And I didn't realize I was coming out of it. So I didn't find my superpower like overnight. It took 50 years to find 45 years to find my superpower. And I didn't really become aware of it until I started working with a coach. And she was amazing. And it was one, like the yoga story that I shared with you about recognizing that I'm not my thoughts. This next piece here, what she did for me, my coach, was she basically opened me up to life again. And I found my superpower through an exercise that she did with me, where it was last year in Sedona. I went out for a coaching session. I never met her in person. We had done Zoom calls for about maybe, how long was it? A year, maybe, I think. So she had, slowly opened me up more and more and more and more and more. But I still was not able to accept who I was, my strength, my power. And in this session, what she did was, she just sat with me. I sat on a couch, and she just kind of wrapped herself around me, and she hugged me, and really, really tightly. And she made me feel so warm, secure, protected, safe. An amazing feeling that I'd never ever had in my life before. And then this was a group exercise, and then she had everybody around the room. We had been in the group. We'd been in the group for maybe a couple days by then, so we had sort of gotten to know each other a little bit. And so she had everybody in the room, each individually, share with me what they thought was a good aspect of, or what they liked about me, and so they started to tell me these things. And it was so incredibly painful for me to accept it because of my identity. And they just kept doing it over and over and over again. And it was like, oh my God, I can't, it had hurt to actually accept these compliments. But at the end of the exercise, I was like, wow, it was just this relief. And I just felt this great emotional relief and just this amazing feeling of expansiveness. And I don't know how to describe it, but it was just like, I felt the most loved I'd ever felt in my life, and it was amazing. And that really opened me up to the idea of, wow, oh my God, look what I was able to clearly see what I had been through, and the struggles and the triumphs that I had had. And then it allowed me to see other people, to see where they were, and to see their pain, because I had experienced that pain. I had lived that pain. I had been in that pain. And it just allowed me to see that pain and then come up with the idea that, hey, I would help these people. I've gone through it. I've triumphed. Like I said, I'm not, totally over it. We never are. It's always a continuous path, but I'm farther along in the path than they are, so I can help them. And so that's how I found my superpower, is to look into my pain, my struggles, and then my triumphs in life. So, I just thought that was a really interesting, very insightful question that came from that woman, and it really made me think. And I wanted to share that with you because I know everybody has a superpower. Everybody has a gift, something they want to give, something they are here to give to the world. And we so often, this is great, really awesome song, Supertramp, the logical song. And it talks about, it goes, there are times when all the world's asleep. I don't know the exact words, but basically it's like, the idea is that the person lost who they were because of the education that the teachings that they learned when they were younger, and what they were taught that they were supposed to be, and how they were supposed to conform to society, and they lost their beauty and their joy and their passion for life. So in order to find that again, look deep within, look where you are, look for your pain, and then look how you overcome it. And then you can share that with people. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning because it was very, very inspirational for me. You guys have a wonderful day, and go out and do something awesome today. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.